Hello, good afternoon, everyone. We shall just wait for another 2 more minutes before we start. Might be more people getting in. So we'll wait for another 2 more minutes and then we'll start the session.
Mr. Ravi, can you please share the screen?
Yeah, sure. Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ravi here from Trainers Club here, and before that, I today's speaker, Mr. Yogesh Chandra Lohakare from Thane, very experienced and a very senior trainer, and today I got this privilege to introduce Mr. Yogesh Chandra here forum. So the presence a speaker and also a soft skills trainer and also a public speaking trainer as well. And he is into this field for almost more than 3 decades. Experience and how much we are all going to get it today. What a presentation would be day, right? So on behalf of all, and all the participants who are down, I very heartily welcome Mr. Yogesh Chandra Lohakare for the session. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I would like to ask you to introduce yourself. If I have left out anything about you, please introduce yourself.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Shall we start?
Yes, sir. We shall start.
Okay. Thank you once again. Enough introduction was there. Thanks, Ravi sir, for that. The only introduction that I myself offer in every time is I like to talk to people. I like to have some impact on them, and I like to discuss with all people. So with this introduction, we will start. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you all?
Good afternoon, sir.
Are you at home?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure
Yes.
you are at home, and you should be. You should be. Okay. Welcome once again on this forum of Trainers Club. I really appreciate the efforts initiative and the consistency of this forum, Dr. Swati and her colleagues, Ravi sir, and every participant. I congratulate you and I wish you every success. We have been in this series for a few days, and the quality of this series has been maintained with great efforts by the forum. And now I am feeling that responsibility on my shoulders that I have to continue with that quality. And I assure all of you that we will have that quality in today's session also. So what I will suggest you is, first of all, we will unmute ourselves and say hi and good afternoon to everybody.
Hi, good
We will
afternoon.
unmute.
Hi, good afternoon to everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Great, great. Because this is a topic of public speaking, and unless and until we speak, we cannot go ahead, isn't it? So now, first of all, we will have some scope and limitations of today's session. Scope and limitation of today's session. The first scope is of course of the timing. It is scheduled to be 1.5 hours. So we will try to stick to it. But one promise I want to make over here is that even the session is over, even the program is over, I will be available practically to everybody even after this session. I have shared my WhatsApp number to you, and you can call me after the session is over, even after the program is over, even after 1 year, even after 2 years, even after 10 years also. You can contact me for any of your queries, any of your problem, any of your criticism, any of your discussions. So that is our first scope. Then the second scope will be scope and limitation of about topic. Today's topic is public speaking, a trainable art. It is public speaking, a trainable art. So what we will be dealing with is, we will first deal with theory of public speaking, philosophy of public speaking, and its practical approaches, some tips, some practical hints for that, and also a new topic will be there. It will be something like physiology of public speaking. Physiology of public speaking, it will be something new for us. Okay, so this will be our scope of our contents or scope of our topic. The limitation, however, will be, we will be talking about a public speaking. That means with the mic, with the podium, you are facing the audience, you are in a group, you are in a classroom, you are in a trainer's room, or you are in some hall, or you are addressing to some public meeting. Okay, so we will not be dealing with interview techniques. We will not be dealing with group discussions, and we will not even be discussing about telephonic communications. Just type if you are okay with these limitations, scope and limitations. Please write yes if you are okay with this. Please, so that we can go ahead. Yes, great.
Hello.
Great.
Allow number.
Okay, great. Okay, so you are very much fine with these scope and limitations. Okay, now some requests are there.
Yeah.
We will set the rules.
Yeah, sure.
I want this session to be interactive. I want to talk to you and vice versa also. But being on Zoom, there are certain restrictions. I will be finishing one topic by and then another. In between, I will ask you for your questions and I will try to answer before moving to the next topic. So if at all you are having any question, any query, or even some criticism, you can keep your hands raised, or you can have the chat box to use. You can type your questions and then we will deal with each and every question. As far as possible, I will see that no question is. I think now, okay, okay, okay. Now one small activity. We will start with small activity. Activity is very simple. Public speak. Most of us or most of the people in any society, they are afraid of this public speaking. I want to know how many of you are afraid or were afraid of public speaking. If you were afraid of this public speaking at any moment in your life, during your school days, during your college days, or till recently, you will type yes. And if you were never afraid of public speaking, you will write no, please. Yes, okay. Manisha is saying yes, yes. Yes, Ashok Kumar Goel is saying yes, he was afraid. Somebody was saying no, yes. Early childhood, okay, okay. Next answers, but the majority wins. Okay, please. Sunita is saying yes. Never was the answer. Very good. Ashutosh Shetty is saying yes. Great. Okay. During school days, that is Geeta. Okay. Great. Okay.
Yogesh sir,
Yes.
there is
In
one
front of
raised
some,
hand.
yes, Nitin. Over. Great. Sheshagiri Rao. Never. Great. Yes, many times. Seema. Yes, Shankar More. Yes. Okay. Great feedback. Okay.
To intervene, there is one raised hand by Pragati. Shall you take up this?
Sorry?
Raised hand by Pragati. Can you take up this?
Yeah, please.
Pragati, please unmute and please go ahead.
Yes, Pragati, please. Ravi sir, in the meantime, can you move to the next slide, please?
Yeah, sure.
First slide. Pragati, please.
Pragati, please, you raised your hand first. So I will pass on the chance to Manisha. Pragati, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure. Did she want to say anything?
She has raised her hand. That means she wants to say something. Okay, Manisha, can you please unmute yourself and ask?
Yes, sir. So can you hear me?
Yeah, please.
So actually what happened to me, I have completed my this year, but bit about public speaking and the presentation. But after during my MBA, I built up somewhat confidence in mine, but still I feel something like whenever I give presentation in front of the people or explain to the people who are better in communication skills compared to mine, and like some of the IITians, or if I talk to my IIMs friends, in compared to them, I always feel like I am lacking somewhere. So how to build that confidence? Like I'm not lacking, I'm not bad in my communication skills, I'm not bad at something else. How to build that about that public speaking in front of the people who are greater than you in compared to knowledge or communication, etc., skills?
Okay. A great question to start with. I think I will request you to wait for 1 or 2 slides and for completing my first topic. And then if at all you are having still any doubt, you may please raise your hand and I will answer again. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
So Ravi sir, please next slide.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. See, I am having one survey before me. It was carried in some 1977, and 14 fears of human being, what we are afraid of. 14 topics were there, or 14 points were there. And to your surprise, it is said that we all are afraid of death. But death has occupied number 7. Then also we think that we are afraid of our financial loss. We get depression due to that. But that financial loss, it has occupied number 4, and quite interestingly, yes, Nepal, sing. Quite interestingly, number 1 was public speaking. Number 1 was public speaking. The survey was in 1977, but still the survey we just had, informal survey, said the same thing. We had that fear of public speaking. Okay, the survey still stands over there. Yes, I will share the details of the name and everything, sir. Definitely, I will share. Okay, this was in 1977, but one Sanskrit Subhashit says, I will read it out for you. Shateshu jayate shuraha, sahastreshu cha panditaha, vakta dasha sahastreshu, shrota bhavati vanava. Vakta dasha sahastreshu. What does that mean? If you are having 10,000 of people, only one will be a vakta. What is vakta? He is an orator or a public speaking in our today's term. So vakta dasha sahastreshu, it is said in a Sanskrit Subhashit. So definitely before 2 or 3, at least you can say centuries. So in English also we are having the survey. In Sanskrit also we are having the survey. By the way, there is one precedent that unless and until you speak at least 1 or 2 lines in Sanskrit within first 5 minutes, then only you are considered as a scholar. Okay, so I had to use this Sanskrit also to narrate the importance of my point and also to say that I am scholar. Okay. Anyways, take it lightly.
Right.
It was just a joke. I don't claim to be a scholar. Okay. But Vakta Dasha Sahastreshu, what does that mean? Ki most of the people, they are having this particular fear in their mind, and that is why we are over here in this session. Okay. So we have to accept the fear is very common. It is not at all uncommon. Or if you are having any fear, there is nothing wrong with you. Okay. Now we have to do is we will analyze the fear. Why we are having this fear in our mind? Next slide, please, sir. Next slide, sir. Ravi, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Previous one. Yeah, why fear? The first point is, of course, no practice, no confidence, and it is a vicious circle. We never had any practice for this public speaking. Once again, I am telling you, what is public speaking? Public speaking is to your audience with mic, on podium, on a stage, in the audience. Okay, in a particular room, in a particular classroom, offline session that we are talking about. And we never had this practice. Tell me whether we had any opportunity, any chance to come forward in our class during our school days, and talk to our fellow students or our friends on any topic for at least 5 to 10 minutes. How many of you had opportunity for more than 10 during your school days? If you had that opportunity, please type yes. And if you did not have that opportunity, please type no. Yes or no? Yes, Abhishek, great. Okay, no. Please. Manisha, yes. Geeta. Okay. It was okay. So it was not by willful, by our will. Okay. So many of us did not have this opportunity to come forward and to speak to all the audience. There was no test, there was no marking systems for this skill. The skill was not considered at all during our school days. So unless and until you enter into water, you cannot swim. Is it possible? I am having so many books on public speaking. If I share all the names to you, and if I tell you, you go and read all these books, but the only thing, you should not have any practicing sessions. Will you be able to have a performance on stage? Will you be able to be a good public speaker? Definitely the answer is no. Yes, Sima, correct. The answer is no. Because unless and until you enter into water, you cannot swim. So for swimming, the basic condition is enter into water. Similarly, if you want to become a public speaker, you want to go for oratory, then you have to occupy the stage. You have grab the opportunities, whatever you get. What will be the opportunities? The opportunities may be a vote of thanks. You can introduce the guest lecturer. You can conduct some sessions, or there are certain send-off ceremonies. You can talk a little bit in those ceremonies also, and you can get the opportunities to speak. If you get the opportunities, if you practice, then and then only you can go for public speaking. You can be a good public speaker. Okay, is this point clear? I suppose this point is clear to you.
Sir, there are two raised hands by Manisha and Pragati. Pragati, last time also you raised your hand and you couldn't speak. Can you unmute yourself and please speak on?
Yes, please, Manisha.
No, sir, I didn't raise my hand. I
Please,
don't like
then please
It's
lower
okay,
your
it's okay.
hand. Please do
It's okay.
lower your hand. And
Anybody else?
Manisha,
No, sir, my doubt is clear.
okay, please lower your hand.
Okay.
And one more, Mr. Venkatraman Rangarajan.
Yeah,
Yeah, please. Sir.
I'm calling from Chennai.
Please allow.
I would like to make comments in this connection.
Please.
First of all, what he said was correct. Unless and otherwise we start swimming, unless otherwise we start practice in the water, we cannot learn the swimming. Like, only when you get your feet wet, probably you will be able to enter into the water. Similarly, when I started practicing this training program somewhere in when I was 28 or 21, it was my first program. The few audience I had the initial inhibitions, but subsequently over a period of time, as you practice, as you go to different platforms with different audiences, I'm sure all of us will be a good public speaker. That is one thing. And when you are in the public platform, you are expected to make some preparation before going to the dais. That is number two. Number three, you have to be updated in your speech. That is what is my assessment so far. I've been a consultant and also a professor. So as he rightly pointed out, unless we practice, we cannot improve further. Even now, when I send the audio clips to my client, I make a trial run for about 5-10 minutes time. Only then I will make the final draft. So that is my
What
experience.
happened? Another lady is not agreeing. Huh?
Others,
Thank
can
you, sir.
please mute?
Thanks for your great contribution.
Others, please mute. Others, please mute. There is background noise. Let all others listen to it. Okay. Right. Venkatraman Rangarajan, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the contribution. Great contribution. Thank you.
You are
Okay.
And
welcome.
there's one more
Now the
raised
second
hand.
point. Yes.
Sir, there's one more raised hand. Mr. Anil Singh has raised his hand. He wants to have some clarification. Yes, sir. Anil, sir, please.
Thank you very much for giving me opportunity. Once again, it's a very good thing which we have already started. However, the challenge is as such that the practice and all, so far we are in the traditional instructor-led training in the classroom system we used to do. Now the challenge for public speaking in the digital mode. So for that, the connect with the digital mode or digital audience getting is a challenge. So people are having a skill, no doubt about it. However, they were mostly with the interactive sessions. However, in digital media, you have been having a lot of limitations. their voice modulation, their body language, in verbal communications and all. However, such in situation, two questions. One, how to get yes, number one. Number two, how to get interacted and practice in such scenario. Thank you.
May I interrupt, ladies and gentlemen?
Okay, I got the question. I got the reactions also. I will. Hello,
Yeah,
Ravi sir,
please.
please unmute everybody. I got the answer. I got the questions also and also the suggestions. I will, what I will suggest is, I will complete this particular topic of fear and then we will have question answers once again for 5 minutes. Then we will move further to another topic. I think that will be better. Okay. So the next factor that is very important, it is you versus they. It is you versus they. What does that mean? It is you versus they. That means we are comfortable with speaking. Indian people never had any problem in speaking. Never had. We are even comfortable with speaking to public. If we travel from Mumbai to Pune, during a journey of 3 to 4 hours, we can form one group and we can have debates and discussions and practically on everything. We can have our opinions on Bollywood, on cricket and on politics, what Prime Minister and what others should do, everything. So we don't have problem in speaking. We don't have problem in speaking to public in general or in group. But when it comes to speaking on a particular stage and facing the audience, the everything and the every problem starts. Now, what is the difference between other scenario and this particular scenario? When you are occupying the stage, seeing the audience, it is always for your feeling is you versus they. What does that mean? You are alone standing and other persons, they are sitting comfortably in their chairs. You are talking alone and they are supposed to listen. They are actually listening to you. You are confined to your place. You are bound to your place. You cannot move, get out. You cannot leave that particular place. But the audience has the liberty to move here and there, to leave the place or not to listen. And one more thing, that feeling of all people, they are watching you. They are expecting something from you. That feeling makes you nervous, creates the fear in your mind. So suppose if you are having some 50 people in the audience, in the hall, then 50 multiplied by 2. So 100 eyes, they are watching you. They are watching you. And that particular feeling of being watched or being means continuously expected, that creates fear or that creates tension or that creates stress in you. Is it okay? This is you versus they. Then the next point is brain physiology. See, remember, I am not a zoologist. Though I had in my BSc or in my graduation, I had zoology as one subject. But I am not going to depth of physiology. But as far as try to analyze what our brain is for this public speaking. Our brain has rather 3 parts, or rather in another language you can say we are having 3 types of brains in our head. The first type of brain is, it is a reptilian brain. The reptiles means the snake, the earthworms, they are all reptiles. The one brain that we are having in our head is a reptilian brain. Okay, what does that brain do for us? It maintains the equilibrium. It maintains the equilibrium it maintains the heartbeats. It is very primitive in nature, and their function is also very primitive in nature. Then second brain, second type of brain or second brain you can say, that is old mammalian brain. Mammal means, what is mammal? That is in Marathi or Hindi we call is that Sastan Prani. That means we all human beings, we are all mammalian. So what this second brain or type of brain does for us, it is the center for emotions. It is the center for our emotions. And the third part, that is the very, very, very important part, is the new mammalian brain. New mammalian brain, and that new mammalian brain, it's called as cerebral cortex. I know this is something technical, but we should understand it. And that cerebral cortex in two parts, left and right. Left and right. The left part, it deals with speech, language, and logic. The other right part, it deals with rhythm, creativity, and some certain similar functions. Is this concept clear? In short, we are having three types of brains in our head. The three types of brains, they are dealing with different functions. They are dealing with different functions. When we are in the mode of public speaking, when we go for public speaking, what is expected is our cerebral cortex, that is new mammalian brain, should be in charge of every activity. It should be in charge of every activity. But what happens? Once we are having the fear in your mind, just visualize what happens when your name is taken over there and you are called to address to the audience. What happens? You just try to visualize. You get up from your chair. You cannot walk to the podium very steadily. You stumble in between because you are having all the mixed emotions. You are having anxiety. You are having eagerness. You are having fear. You are having fear of audience. You are trying to visualize everything. You are trying to look at the audience. You are trying to memorizing the points, and every emotions, they are getting mixed with each other. So what happens? You stumble in between. You cannot reach, or if at all you reach, you are just like running in a marathon to reach that particular podium. You take the charge of mic, but you loses your control. And in between, what you do? You try to have eye contacts with certain people, and again you get frightened. This is what generally happens. This is what generally happens. Again, to quote some Sanskrit, it is Arjuna Uvacha, Sidanti Mama Gatarani. Sidanti Mama Gatarani. What does that mean? In short, we get frightened, we get stressed, we get tensed at that particular moment. So when we are having these basic emotions, which part of the brain will take charge? It will be reptilian brain. So it will not be cerebral cortex that will be taking charge of the situation, and so all your emotions get mixed with it, and there is all a mess. So you cannot talk, so you cannot speak, so you cannot communicate. Is this so? Then when we understand what are the factors of this fear, then naturally how to overcome them. I will give you some practical tips. The first tip is, when your name is announced, please be calm and quiet in your chair only. Please be calm and quiet in your chair only. Take a pause of 5 seconds. Remember, the audience is there to listen to you. The audience expects something from you. They have spared their time to listen, and unless and until you speak, they are not going to leave that particular room. So there is no means point in making any haste or reaching the podium just like a marathon. So occupy your chair, take a pause of 5 to 10 seconds only, then stand up very calmly. Take your chair aside and take proper steps towards the podium, towards the mic. You take 2 or 3 more steps than normal so that your speed will be less than normal. It should not be more than normal. You reach the podium, you take charge of your mic and again pause of 5 to 10 seconds. Again take a pause of 5 to 10 seconds. During that 5 to 10 seconds, what will happen? Your reptilian brain will become, your old mammalian brain, that will become silent, and the charge will now be taken by your cerebral cortex. The charge will now be taken by your cerebral cortex, and that is what is essential for public speaking. So all the steps are clear. You take pause of 5 to 10 seconds for every step, and then try to have an eye contact. Try to have. Anybody wants to speak in between?
Others, please mute yourself. Please, there's a lot of background noise. Please mute yourself.
Okay.
Yes, sir, please continue.
Okay, thank you. So what we have to do is, you have to take pauses of 5 to 10 seconds only, and then have eye contact with audience. By eye contact, what I mean is, don't look at anybody, but look at everybody. Don't look at anybody, but look at everybody. That means you don't have to watch a particular face for more than 2 or 3 seconds. But you see all the faces every time. Are you getting this word? Don't look at anybody, but look at everybody. So that that particular person, see, visualize the thing. If you are looking at a person for more than 15 seconds, what will be his reaction? He will feel awkward. He will not be comfortable. And if he is not comfortable, he will give back to you the same responses, and that will make you comfortable. That will make you discomfortable. Okay. So look at everybody, but look at nobody. This is the rule for eye contact. So I think why we are having the fear, I have made these 3 points clear. No practice. So that for that we have to many opportunities we have to grab and take every opportunities. You versus they, you have to understand, and you have to make your audience very friendly, very familiar to you, and vice versa. Regarding the brain physiology, I had told you, remain calm and quiet, take pauses, and lower down your movements till you start with your actual speaking. Okay, so that was regarding fear. Now we can have spent some 3 to 4 minutes if you are having any.
If anyone is having any questions, please raise your hand. Let us
Questions regarding these fears, please, sir. We can minutes for that.
We shall stick on to our regular ethics and etiquettes. Please raise your hand if anybody is having.
Yes, please. If anybody is having any doubt, please raise your hands.
Please, you can.
I do not have questions.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Now what I do is, when my name is called up to speak on the dais, I normally take a long.
We are having 3 to 4 minutes. For all.
I take a long breath. I take a long deep breath, for a few seconds, maybe about, like we said, 5 or 6 seconds, and then I go up to the dais. I take a look at the audience. As he rightly said, I don't look at the specific faces. I look at the law. I give a look at the audience. Another maybe about 5-6 seconds will pass, and then I will start speaking. That is how I
Great.
follow. And this is a comfortable position. Correct. I fully agree with him. Let us not rush and go to the dais or platform as soon as the names are called. I take a low pass. I take a long breath, and then I start speaking. In fact, when I go to the dais, I normally go with small chits. Probably it's a bullet point or the important points which I normally speak up when I go to the dais. That is how I manage all these years. I hope it is helpful to the many people. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, great contribution,
Sir,
sir. Thank you.
There are two questions on the chat box. One is from Seema Polaya. She is asking, sir, can you share some points on how to practice it? So Seema, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Sir, Ravi sir,
Yeah.
I have gone through the questions. What I will suggest, I will answer them in the last.
Okay,
I
fine.
will answer them in the last because
Okay,
in between
fine.
those topics will be coming.
Right.
Correct.
Okay, sir.
Correct.
Great.
Okay,
Fine.
Seema,
Okay.
I think you don't mind in it.
Okay. Yes.
Huh,
And
please.
No,
Okay.
I think you would have gone through the other question also.
Yes, the same, sir. Ravi
Okay.
sir, I got the question.
Right.
I will
great.
answer in between.
Right, sir. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Shall we go for?
Definitely, I will answer. Don't worry. Okay. So, are we, just tell me, are we going in a normal speed? Is it okay? Whatever we have traveled so far, is it okay? Please write yes if this is okay. Am I too fast?
No, it's
If the
okay.
speed is okay,
Yes,
if the
it's
speed
okay
is
with,
okay, please write yes. Great. All okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sudhir. Okay. Now our next topic. What is public speaking? What is public speaking? The title of today's topic was, it is a trainable art. From you, do you consider whether public speaking is a science or it is an art? If you consider it is a science, please type S. And if you consider it is an art, please type A. Okay, A. Okay, it's both. Okay. Okay, great. AS, both. Okay. Okay, great. Okay. Actually, it is. Okay. Now, what does a sign mean? Science has got its universal rules. It is having some math equations. What is Einstein's great equation? E is equal to mc square, or the great law of Newton. Newton's first law, second learned in our science school level also. Okay. What is so specific about these equations or theories or laws? They are true universally. If a particular law of Newton of gravity, that you remember that apple falling down from the tree, if that law is applicable, it is applicable in India, it is applicable in Pakistan, it is applicable in America. If that was applicable years ago, it is applicable still now. It is not like that apple has started moving upwards now. It is not like that. So these are universal principles or laws, and they don't have any time limit for their trueness or their worthiness. Where art, it is not like that. If I am telling you certain principles over here, it may be applicable certain extent in the next session. Suppose I give you all these PPTs to you and I tell you, now you have heard me, you conduct such session in the same way. Is it possible? It is not possible. Even if I get the same PPTs tomorrow, and if I have to conduct same session, some other audience, it is not possible to conduct in the same way, because this is not a science. Art is a performance and science is any discovery. Performance means whatever I am talking today, I have much energy tomorrow. I may have excess energy than day after tomorrow. So my performance will differ. But in science, it is not like that. If H2 and O get combined, will fall at any moment, at any place. So these are the differences between art and science. Science is only, so it is not creation. Art or public speaking is my own creation. I have created these. I am giving you the performance. I am creating my own performance. Newton has not created that particular law. He has only discovered that particular law. These are the differences of science, between science and art. Okay. So now, if it is an art, the basic idea of any, remember, basic idea of any art is, I want to say something. I have something to say. What is that? I have something to say. I want to communicate. I want to I want to say. I want to share. This is the basic desire or basic requirement for any particular art. When, what are the things that I want to communicate? They may be my thoughts, they may be my emotions or my feelings or some also. So when I want to say something or I am having something to say, I require medium to express. I require certain medium. If that particular medium is my facial expressions, what called as, it may be drama, it may be acting. If I take some rhythm for expressing myself, that art will be either dancing or music, maybe instrumental or vocal music. When I want to use written words, communicate, it will be of literature. And when I want to use my spoken words to communicate my feelings, to communicate my thoughts, to communicate my ideas, it is called as public speaking. It is called as public speaking. So the basic requirement of public speaking, or for that purpose, basic requirement of any art is, I have something to say. I want to communicate. I want to express. And if you are having this urge, if you are having this genuineness, if you are having that energy to tell, then you nobody stop you from public speaking. Nobody can stop you from public speaking. Are you getting this point? This point is very important. And I have some say, I cannot speak. If you don't have anything to say, if you don't have any information, and if you don't have urge to share it with other people, whatever tips I will give you, whatever the tips you gather from Google, you will not be successful in public speaking. You will not be successful in any kind of art. So to be a successful public speaker, all that you require is, you should have something to say and you should have urge to share it. If you are okay with this point, please type yes. Type yes, because this is the basic principle of my session. Okay, great. Now one more character of this public speaking. What is that? public speaking cannot be swantaha sukhaya. Matlab, I cannot have public speaking only for myself. It is not possible. I can dance myself. I can dance alone. I can sing alone. I can sing. Everybody is a bathroom singer. So we sing alone. We sing for ourselves. I can have a painting for myself. But can I have public speaking for myself? Suppose I am walking on the road. Suppose I am walking on the road and I start performing. I start talking to myself or to some people. What will happen? I stay at Thane and there is one mental hospital. I will be admitted to that mental hospital, isn't it? If I start talking to myself without any audience, then what will happen? It is not a good sign. It is not a good sign. It is not a good sign of mental health, isn't it? So for public speaking, you require your audience. So what are the requirements of public speaking? You should have something to say. You should urge to share that information, those feelings, and you should have your audience. I will like to share one my experience Facebook Live. Recently I had that experience, and believe me, it was horrible. It was a grand, because in Facebook Live, what happens? You don't get your audience visual. You don't get any responses from your audience. And that is why I became very nervous. I am accepting it. That was my failure. Because what I am used to do is, I want to get my responses from my audience. And unless and until I get responses, I don't think I am having an impact on them. And then everything fails over there. So for this public speaking, you require all urge, you require something to say, and you require your audience. Is this okay? Is this okay? Please type yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, okay. Now the next thing is, if this is an art, what I have said in my title, it is a trainable art. It is a trainable art. Now one more different exercise. You must be bored now of typing yes and no, yes and no. I will give you some another exercise to type. There are certain shades of words and in any language. I have said it is a trainable art. So teaching, training, and coaching are similar words but different shades. They are not watertight compartments, but their shades are different. I want you to type so many words, similar words to training, teaching, or coaching. How many words we can gather? I just want to know from you people. Please type. I have given 3 words. I want similar words. What words I have given? Teaching, training, and coaching. Please start. Yes, guiding. Great. Great. Facilitating, tutoring. Great. Mentoring. Very nice. This is particularly a trainers group I can understand. Facilitating, instructing, mentoring, assisting, educating. Wow. You people are really amazing, and really a trainers group it is. Yes, anything else? Yes, guiding, educating, leading, co-learning, being expert. Yes. Great, 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 great. Great. Okay. There are certain other words. One is counseling, consultancy is there, then presenting is there, demonstrating is there, isn't it? There are so many words. There are so many words. And as I told you, these are not watertight compartments. These are not water downloading. Okay, this is a new concept. Great. These are not watertight compartments as such. So regarding public speaking, the best word I have found, it is a trainable science, trainable art. What is trainable? I cannot teach you. What is teaching? I will dictate you. I will read out the book, and you will get notes of it, and then you will go to and then you will write your answer, you will get the marks. That is all about teaching. Here I'm not going to give you any kind of teaching at possible. But training, what does it mean? I can give you the basic idea. I can give you the theory. I can philosophy. I can give you the physiology. That what I have given so far. And now I can give you certain tips, certain tricks, certain experiences I can share, and then you can get the training of this particular public speaking. You can go to the and you can talk. Okay. So that is what I mean by trainable art. That is what I mean by art. Okay. Now one more feature of this particular public speaking. Next slide. Yeah. Speak only when you can improve the silence, the basic principle of public speaking, or rather any speaking you can say. Try to digest this. I will give you 30 for that. Try to digest this. Speak only when you can improve the silence. Speak only when you can improve the silence. Are you digesting it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. What does that mean? When I speak, yes, correct. You should add a value to your speech. And the audience should observe silence. The audience should observe silence. If the audience doesn't observe silence, that means whatever you are speaking, it is not reaching them, it is not acted by them, or it is not digested by them. Okay. So how you can improve the silence? The first thing is your established authority, your known established authority. What does that mean? If suppose the best trainer in the world comes to your place, comes to your hall, comes to your training room, and once he stands up, what will be the silence? Whether it will be improved or not? Improving the silence means creating the silence, isn't it? The silence will be improved just because he has his known established authority. And that is why whenever a guest lecturer is called, he is first introduced. Mr. Ravi has said something about me. What established my identity or my authority? Whether I am fit to talk on this public speaking or not. That is why the formality of production is there to improve the silence. The second part is your post. Suppose there is some official function and the MD of the company comes in. The silence will be improved or not? The silence will be improved or not? Yes, definitely it will be improved by virtue of its post. The third will be your introduction in the program, the first few lines in your program of your speech. That will leave the silence. And that is why I said, when you reach your podium, you have to take a pause of 5 seconds. What does that result in? People get anxious. People get anxious. How this particular speaker is going to start, what he is going to say, and that particular silence, you can call it as, because this silence will be only for 5 to 10 seconds, not minutes. If that silence is more than 20, then the silence will be destroyed. When the silence will be destroyed. So speak only when you can improve the silence, and these are some technical hints for that. Now I am going to make certain rather two bold and shocking statements for you. Two statements for you. The first one is, next slide please, sir. The first one is, don't prepare for a particular topic. Don't prepare for any particular topic. Prepare for public speaking. Prepare for public speaking. What does that mean? I don't have to prepare for a particular topic. My preparation should be like a riyaz. Riyaz means what all great singers do daily. That is called as riyaz, or the net practice. What Sachin Tendulkar does or used to do, now we can say. He is not preparing for a particular match. Lata Mangeshkar does not do that riyaz for a particular song. But what is that riyaz? A regular practice, practice that is called as riyaz. And so your preparation should not be any particular topic. Suppose I am giving this particular topic of public speaking, and if I go to market and purchase all the books of public speaking, write down the notes, write down the articles, and copy paste you in the PPTs, will it be effective? No, it will never be effective, because that is not my particular content. That is not my intents. So I don't have to prepare public speaking as such. I have to prepare not a particular topic as such, but I have to continuously prepare for public speaking. Continuously prepare for this public speaking. What is that preparation? What is that preparation? You have to lot continuously. You have to read a lot continuously. You have to write a lot continuously. To think a lot continuously. You have to listen to music, listen to songs continuously. You have to continuously travel continuously. You have to meet people continuously. You have to discuss with them continuously. In that way, you are filling your brain with all these experiences, all this knowledge, and all this information. Remember, when we speak, it is not, in Marathi we call it as uchalli jib lauli talyala. What does that mean? It is not a means spontaneous process as such. Speaking is not that spontaneous. You get certain stimulus. You get certain stimulus. It goes to your brain. The brain analyzes that particular stimulus, prepares the response for that, and then it sends out, and that is what we call as speaking. That is what we call as speaking. Now, unless and until that brain is filled with this material, the brain is filled with these contents, will it be able to send any message to mouth? No. Just imagine, if you are a child, you cannot speak. You cannot speak. Why you cannot speak? Because your brain doesn't have any material in it. Your brain doesn't know any words. Your brain doesn't have any thoughts. Your brain doesn't have any idea when you are a newborn baby. And in that newborn baby, then you will not be able to speak. If you understand this particular physiology, you know how to prepare for your particular public speaking or particular topic. Okay? Am I this? Are you okay with this? Please type yes or no. Okay, great, great. The next slide, please, sir.
Yes, there's one raised hand by Tejas. Will you take it up now?
After 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll
Tejas,
take all the
just-
questions after 5 minutes.
Okay, fine. Tejas,
Okay.
just 5 minutes.
Sorry?
No, telling to Mr. Tejas, he has raised his hand. So,
Okay, after 5 minutes will be okay for him.
Tejas, will it be okay for you after 5 minutes? Can unmute yourself and answer. Yes, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay, will it be okay if we take your thing after?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So your preparation, same slide, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Ravi, sir. Stop collecting. This is the one more shocking statement. Stop material once you start your preparation. Preparation is not for collecting material, but arranging what you have in your brain. Okay. So never start means collecting books, collecting material once you get the topic. Once you get the topic, what you have to do? You have to go for brainstorming sessions. What does that mean? You have to go to brain, and the brain will analyze the topic. Then you have to ask many questions. What will be the questions? Ask these questions: why, how, when, where, and even the negative questions: how not, where not, why shouldn't I? Ask these questions to each and every word of the topic, each and every word of the topic, and then the brain will remember certain things. The brain will remember certain speeches. The brain will certain references of a movie. The brain will remember certain sayings. The brain will remember certain subhashita. The brain will remember certain quotable quotes. And all that you have to write down on a paper. That is your preparation. That is your preparation. Copy paste is not a preparation. Copy paste is, this is real preparation. And then what you have to do, remember, you are a selector of a Indian cricket team. So you have to select only 11 persons. You have to select only 11 persons. There may be 25 persons. There may be a better bench strength of 25 persons, 30 persons, but you be a card or remaining persons, and you have to choose the best 11. So whenever you are preparing for any topic, what you have to do, you have to jot down all the points that comes in from your brain, and then you have to delete. So preparation is not collection. Preparation is actually deleting. Preparation is actually deleting. Why? Because that comes from your brain. So that becomes natural contents, your own contents. It is just like a chef. What does that chef do? Or the Achari, Ballavacharya, what does he do? He doesn't create weight. He doesn't create rice. He doesn't create milk. He doesn't create sugar. But he compiles, he combines all this material and he prepares his own dish. Similarly, what you have to do, you have to go to your brain, ask help from your brain, write down the points, and then this will be your own contents. This will be your own contents. One question was there, how to make the practice. How to make the practice. Once points are finalized, you just have to remember those points only. If those points have come directly from your brain, then you don't learn them by heart. You don't have to learn them by heart. If you try to remember, you are definitely going not to remember it. Okay? You are definitely going to lose from your memory, because the brain doesn't like any if you pressurize the brain with your memorizing it, it will definitely going to fail during your speech. It is just like a brainstorming session. And remember the last slide, please, sir. Ravi, sir. Thank you. It is just like a well. If filled with water, then only you can fetch water out of it. In Marathi, what we say is, the water is not filled, you cannot water out of it. Similarly, go to your the way of public speaking, you require urge to say something. And this urge comes only if the contents are your own original. Originality matters. It may be of contents or whether it may be of your style. Your originality, it matters. So be original, and there are 4 pillars of public speaking, or you. The first one is I should have some say. I should have something to say and urge to say. That is the first pillar. Then the second is your originality. Your originality. It may be in contents or in your delivery. Many people say you don't use many jokes in your speech. But what I say, I am not here to entertain you. I am here to give some points to you. I will not make my audience tense, but I am not here to say shero shairi, say all the quotable quotes and copy paste material. No, I will be original with my contents. I will be original my contents. I will be original in my delivery also. And the last part is your presentation and your impact. Your impact will come. Yes, I think some humor is must. Yes, definitely the humor is must. Definitely. That tension release, yes, definitely it is there. But the last most important part is impact. Unless I change the thinking, I don't see I have any impact on them. Give you 20 PPTs or names of 20-25 books, I will not be satisfied. If any one of you try to think in a particular direction, in the direction in which I have taken you, then that impact is there. Okay. So with this, I will like to conclude with my contents, but definitely I will like to interact with you. Now all your questions, queries, and as I said, criticism is also welcome. Please. Please, sir.
Right. Don't rush on for asking the questions. Just raise your hands so that you will get the chance to ask the questions, and forum remains silent so that others can also listen to the answers, and learning platform, a real learning platform. Please, anybody is having the question, please raise your hands, or you can key it in the chat box. Yes, Miss Sweet.
Yes, my question is, after these aspects, one has to also look at the tone, the voice,
Please
and the pitch.
be loud.
Please a bit loud.
Right. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Am I audible now?
But audible, but very feeble.
Okay. What I'm asking is, what about the tone, pitch, see in that? Can you say about those things? Be a very pleasing voice. What is the ideal? Because there's so many kinds of public speaking. See, you can be giving a lecture, kind of governance. You're just talking to friendly. So you need to differentiate a little bit between these kind of speeches.
Okay. Question.
I think it depends upon the audience and the place, and of course the.
Okay. I will try to answer in my own way.
Okay.
Am I permitted? I will answer my own way.
Yes, please.
Okay, please. Yes, yes. Thank you. What I will say is, be natural. just like she's talking to her child. Okay. So what
Yeah.
are the different tones she is using?
Right.
There are different tones she is using. So it
Yeah.
depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. But the child doesn't get hurt with any of her tonings. Why? Because that sincerity or genuineness is there. What I said, has something, should have genuine urge to say something. So
Right.
it should not be artificial. If you want to make impact, yes. If you want to make some humor to release the tensions, yes, you should be friendly. If you want to advise the audience, yes, be friendly. You should be you should talk in a lighter mode, but it should all be natural. That's what I'm telling you. I cannot give you tips like this. For this particular topic, you should be authoritative. For this particular topic, you should use laughter. It is not like that. The purpose of public speaking is to make impact. It's to make impact, and that purpose should be genuine. Okay. So if your
Yes.
purpose
Yes.
and intention is genuine, then tone will automatically change. The tone will automatically change. Okay.
Yes.
Are you
Yes.
satisfied
Yes.
with the answer, or still you have something to say?
What about speaking? Are we required to give the source of the facts? Suppose we have searched Google or Wikipedia on a subject, and we are started making a content. Is it needed that we give the source, or is all right not to say?
The same answer I will like to give. Honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy. If you are using a particular source, you have to mention that source. Because the Google is available to you and to your audience also. So if you are not honest, what will happen? You will be exposed. And what is the harm in giving that quote or a quote or the reference? There is nothing wrong in it. Nah. So honesty is the best policy. I always prefer. Is it okay?
Yes.
Is it okay?
Absolutely. Yes. Okay. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Anybody else having any questions?
Giving credit is always recommended. Yes, yes, very correct.
Anyone else having questions?
Sir, can I ask a question?
Yeah,
please. Mute. Go ahead. Sir.
Yeah, you know, in your slide, you're saying speaking extempo requires maximum preparation. How is that possible? Because when you call me somebody and you will talk,
okay.
The preparation. Subject matter, know the text, only then will you be able to give the talk. So where is the preparation?
Okay, great question. Great question, sir. Actually, extempo requires more preparation. Many people tell me that your extempo speeches are very good and you don't require any preparation, and that's why many a times in official or certain other functions I have called there. You can have a speech within 5 minutes, within no minutes also. And what do you think? What feeling I get with this comment? I don't feel happy. I don't feel happy with this, because for speaking extempo, I require more preparation. Because what is extempo speaking? I told you the same example. I am going to the well of brain, isn't it? I go to that well, I go to my brain, ask for certain contents, ask for certain points, ask for certain subhashit, ask for certain. I gather them very quickly. My speed is better than other persons. That is why I can speak extempo. But for this, I have to fill my brain with so many contents. So many contents. Suppose if you give me any particular topic, and if I don't have references in my brain for that particular topic, will I be able to extempo? Possible? No, it will not be possible. It is easier to talk without is different. Google becomes I get their points. I can make a speech written. I can rehearse and I can do everything. But here, I may of cricket, maybe the topic of corona. I may be give issues, and for every topic there should be some references, there should be some images in my brain, and the brain should be able to recollect them very quickly. And the next step is I have to arrange all those things within the shortest possible time. That called extempo, isn't it? So for speaking extempo, you require preparation very much. I think your point is clear.
So what you actually mean to say is you should have for learning.
Exactly. Exactly, sir.
So as you will keep your mind open to everything that comes in.
Sorry?
You should keep your mind open for everything that is coming in and have it collected in you to give an extempo. That is what you mean to say.
Great, great, sir. It correctly. You said it very rightly.
Right.
Remember the example of that well. Unless and until it is filled with water, fetch water.
Correct, correct. Absolutely correct.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Anybody has to raise the question?
Okay. One exercise, a very small exercise. Want one volunteer. Somebody will raise the hand and video and this should be on. We'll take a exercise only of 1 or 2 minutes if possible. Yeah. Please, some volunteer.
I've raised my hand. I can volunteer. Mala here.
Yeah. You raise your hand for being volunteer or for asking some question?
I've already raised my hand.
Okay.
Is it Mala?
Yeah, Mala. Mala has raised her hand. She wants to volunteer.
Okay, okay. Okay, Mala. See me? Okay.
I think this is on me right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see slide page.
Okay, fine, fine. Okay. It will take only 1 or 2 minutes. Okay.
Sure.
I will be asking you 3 to 4 questions, but the questions will be of rapid fire. Okay. Without any thinking, you have to give the answers immediately. Okay.
Sure.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. What is your good name? See, Mala, I want your video.
Yeah, video is on.
Our video is on.
1 minute, 1 minute. Okay, okay. What is your good name?
Mala.
Who is your favorite author?
Brian Tracy.
Who is your favorite political leader? What do you think about Corona?
Bad.
Okay. And how to overcome this Corona effect?
Quarantine.
Okay, great, great. Remember, these were the responses within microseconds. But Mala, be honest and tell me, for the first question, did you have any time to think about it? No. For the second, a slightly thinking was there. For the third one, slightly bigger thinking, more thinking.
Yes.
For the fourth, some more thinking? Okay.
Yes.
So for first questions, why didn't you have any time to answer?
Because this is a very familiar question to me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is a very familiar. Your brain doesn't have any means necessity to think about it. So what I want to say, if you are familiar with your topic, just like your name, your fluency will be more or less. What will
Correct. So go
be?
with
You will
familiar
have more
topics.
fluency.
Yes.
Flow will be more, and naturally impact will be more. I think somebody has raised that question, how to memorize it. If I forget the points, isn't it? I think there was one this particular question. What happens if we forget the points? If you don't want to forget that means point, what you have to do? You have to make familiar all points, just like you.
Yeah.
And
Practice.
when it will be possible, you remember your name because it is your own. You are proud of it because this is your own. You are proud of it. Similarly, if your points are your own and if you are proud of your point, you will never forget. You will never forget. Isn't it? I think the questions are asked, means answered, or anybody is having so.
I have a question, sir. I actually raised my hand for the question first. So I want to be a great public speaker, and I am already taking steps that, and I'm doing good progress. Two questions in my mind. One is that I, like you said, you know, I really liked some of the things you said. You said you talked about overfilling the well, then you can fetch ideas. So to overfill my well of ideas, of thoughts, I read a lot. I listen to a lot of great speakers. I attend webinars from great people like yours. And I'm filling my mind with those ideas, with those content. I want to ask you, do you, to be a great speaker, when you talk about originality of the content, should you be creating all the content yourself? Or is it okay to, you know, like I picked up something from you today, I picked up something else from the book I read, I picked up something else from a TEDx talk. Is it okay to put these things together? Like you gave the example of the chef, that I don't, you know, I don't have to create rice and sugar and milk, but I can mix that together in my own way and pudding. So similarly, for a great speech, can I take content from here there instead of reinventing the wheel? So what is your opinion on that, you know? Because you know, I'm thinking about great speakers like Tony Robbins and all these people. People pay thousands of dollars to go and attend their speech. So is their content also getting inspired from there, or are they also using the same approach? Because reinventing the wheel, having from first word to the last word, having everything by your own, it takes a lot of time. And once you have already delivered a speech somewhere, second time you don't want to deliver that speech, you want to create another speech. So every time having absolutely new content, that is something, you know, very difficult to achieve. So getting inspired is easier than creating everything on your own. That's my point here. So how you know, how effective is this approach?
Okay, Mala, thanks for the question. Actually, you have answered your question in your while you are asking the question itself. I have given the example of chef. There is no bar or there is no restriction in collecting the material. But the collected material should go well deep into your brain. Then your brain should analyze it.
Others, please mute your mic. Others, please mute your mic. There's a lot of background noise. Sir is giving a very magnificent answer. The listeners listen to and understand what he's talking. Please mute others' mic.
Okay. So there is no harm in collecting the material, but you have to process that material. You have to judge that particular material. You can get statistics in both ways, this way or that way, but then you have to analyze it on your own. What is the word used is assimilation. What is assimilation? after the process of digestion, the food digested enters into the bloodstream, and then it gives the impact or the result of digestion assimilation. So the energy is given after assimilation, isn't it?
Yes.
But assimilation is important. Once that food is digested, it doesn't remain rice or wheat or sugar or milk. It is something else. It is converted as your own creation. Then it is assimilated, and that energy is used by your body. So the same thing should happen with your contents. You go on gathering your contents, but analyze, make some cooking process over that particular data. Then it will be own your, these things will be your own creations. Then you don't have to remember also. Because this, whatever I am answering or whatever the other trainers also answer in the question answer sessions, they have not learned anything by heart. Or had I learned all these things by heart, would I have been in a position to answer you?
Sure.
No,
So
because my contents are original. Original
yes,
in the sense,
it's
one
your
thing
own
you know.
flavor.
Yeah, own flavor. This is my own dish. I won't say I have not read any book. I have made the reference to that particular survey also.
Sure.
But what analysis I want to make out of that survey was regarding my public speaking.
Sure. So if I have to ask you a question, what is number one source for seeking good content? What is your answer for that?
There is nothing like number one. I told you the sources. Yeah, read a lot. You have to think a lot.
So
You have
books,
to meet
books.
people. You have
First
to
thing
talk.
you said is books.
It's okay if it favors you. If you are okay with it, it's okay. वो तो पढ़त पंडित है. मतलब क्या? What does it mean? He has only bookish knowledge. He doesn't have experience of life. He doesn't have any experience of life. In Sanskrit, it said, what did it said? You have to travel. You have to meet learned people. You have to talk them. You have to make debates. You have to attend webinars. Isn't it? So every source is a good source. Whatever is available, it is a good source. Suppose now I want to have some reference. Today, at least I cannot go to the market to purchase a book. So Google is a better source. But I prefer Google. I will go for reading a book. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Great
you.
information.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Okay,
Thank
sir,
you.
there is one long outstanding question that was asked. That was by Mr. Tejas. Tejas, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
सर अभी ये पहले क्या बोला था वो पहले मैं अभी अभी
Raise hand.
What was the question?
सर वो नहीं वो मेरा गलती से था
Okay.
वो
You have anything to say now? और कुछ है पूछने के लिए अभी आपके पास?
सर अभी ये कोविड-19 से बचने के लिए हम लोग तो बहुत अच्छे मुझे मतलब अभी बचने के लिए घर से बाहर नहीं कर रहे लेकिन वो अब क्या निकल अभी इंग्लिश प्रिपेयरिंग के लिए क्या चाहिए चलेगा अभी प्रिपेयरिंग के लिए
नहीं मुझे बराबर समझा नहीं. Can you repeat? एक बार दो बार
आपको
सकते हैं?
आप कौन सा भाषा में कंफर्टेबल बोल सकते हैं? मराठी, हिंदी?
मराठी
नो प्रॉब्लेम. मराठीत बोलायला हरकत नाही.
मराठी में बोला सर समझ लेंगे.
मराठीत बोलायला
हाँ बोलतो
हरकत नाही. If other people don't mind, please.
Yeah, anyway, you will be giving the answer in English or Hindi. It's not a issue.
I'm comfortable with Marathi, Hindi, and English.
येस सर मराठीत सांगतो मी तुम्हाला आम्हाला आता म्हणजे आम्ही आता वेबएक्स वर आम्ही हे करतो आपले डेलीचे अटेंड करतो आम्ही आम्हाला अजून त्याच्यात ग्रामर पेक्षा जास्त इम्प्रूव्ह कसा करायचा स्पीकिंग
प्रश्न समजत नाहीये प्लीज
मध्ये आम्हाला स्पीकिंग साठी जे आपले ऑन द स्पीच असतात एखाद्या कुठल्याही विषयावर असतात तर ते आम्हाला इंग्लिश मध्ये कसे इम्प्रूव्ह करायचे आम्ही कसे इम्प्रूव्ह करायचे
ओके थोडक्यात इंग्लिश स्पीकिंगच्या बाबतीतला प्रश्न आहे
येस
ओके
सर
ओके ओके फॉर अदर्स आय विल टेल what he is asking, he is having a problem in English speaking. Okay, and I think that is a genuine problem in all over India. That is a genuine problem all over India. The same thing I will like to repeat once again. Even for speaking, the same thing happens. You have to listen to a lot of English. You can go to listen to English news, English channels, English discussions. For first 6 months, you will not understand anything. You will not understand anything. It is just like a child. What happens? How does a child learn speaking? He first listens. For first 1 year, he is not able to speak. But people around him try to speak to him. They continuously talk to him, especially grandmother, grandfather. They are continuously talking to him. And fine morning, he connects with all the words. What happens as far as English is concerned? We are not given a chance to speak English. We are not given a chance to speak English. So unless and until we get a chance to speak English, it will not be possible to speak English. बरोबर आहे ना? जोपर्यंत इंग्लिश ऐकण्याची आणि बोलण्याची आपल्याला सवय होत नाही तोपर्यंत आपल्याला ते बोलता येणार नाही. प्रश्न पटला उत्तर पटलंय का?
हो सर पटले.
Okay, great.
Great, thank you. There's one last question. We will take it as the last question because we have to move in for the next session also. Sweet Sharmiji, can you please ask you a question? You have raised your hand.
Hello. I did ask, it was about the speeches and how we are able to cope with that. By
Okay,
Shri
so
Sanjeev.
your raised hand is as it is. So I thought you have raised the hands again.
If you permit me,
Please make it fast.
Yes, it's about doing extempo.
Yeah.
See, extempo speeches are also the most difficult speeches. It is much better to read, have a pre-planned script and read. And there's something else also that was said, that when you have to do many speeches, you have the same image, be consistent about one's looks or appearance all throughout. Suppose you're doing a series. Say, I've decided that I want to do 50 lectures on a particular subject of health, lifestyle, or yoga. How important it is to keep the same look or the image. Do people look at these things also, or are they just looking at somebody who's giving them a helping hand to do yoga at home, for example?
Okay, a great question. Because many times I also face this particular question. I have to deliver sessions on public speaking, and the contents, yes, every time are those contents. But what I like to add is you get connected with your audience first. If you are feeling this repeatedness, feeling of repeatedness is there, you first, for the first 5 minutes, you try to connect with your audience, their questions. By asking questions in, they there will repeating for you also connected with you, then you will have different questions from them, different points raised by them, and while answering those particular, you will get different points again for your next session. That is why the feedback system is there, isn't it?
Hello.
And if your audience in first 5 or 10 minutes, then you can get new points also. Is that answer okay for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. So one doesn't need to think and worry so much about it. It's more about
No, not
getting
at all.
engaged.
Not at all.
Fine. And there's one.
Thanks, everybody.
There's one question left out by Mr. Nitin. Nitin posted on
Yes,
the group.
please.
Mr. Yogesh Chandraji is on the group, so he can get privately because we are falling short of time for the next session. Please do excuse us for this time, and please do post your question on the group. He will certainly answer you. Right?
Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
It was great meeting you and talking to you.
Yes, it's my privilege to thank Mr. Yogesh Chandra Sahib on behalf of all the participants and the team Trainers Club for such a senior person coming and delivering a wonderful training session on the topic public speaking, which is most relevant to all of us, all the trainers. I think everybody has had a great session over here. Thank you all. Thank you, Yogesh Chandra ji. Looking forward to have
Thank you,
from
Trainers Club.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you all.
participants.
And this is Ravi Kumar here, signing off on behalf of Trainers Club. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.